One day, Percy was puffing out of the quarry. Harry and Bert sneered. "Where do you think you're going?" "Well, we're doing the real hard work." Percy spoke softly. "I'm going to take Buster to mend the new road." Harry and Bert honked and laughed. "That kiddo is so slow, he'll hold you up at the crossing before you even get there." Percy was cross. "I'll be very glad to get out of this quarry, away from you dirty, dingy diesels." He then looked at Mavis, who stared crossly at him. "I don't mean you, Mavis," he said kindly. Mavis smiled. She knew what he meant. Harry and Bert glared as Percy steamed away. Soon Percy had collected Buster and was now making his way to the site. Buster was very excited. "There's lots of potholes," he said. "I can't wait to flatten them." "And I can't wait for you to get off my load," panted Percy. "You're heavier than you feel." When they arrived, Percy could see that a lot had to be done. Kelly and Isabella were clearing away the fallen trees. Jack was clearing the rubble, and Oliver was paving the road with his mighty bucket. He grunted. "Neat and tidy." Their time at work meant traffic had to be halted for a while, but fortunately, they managed to find different routes to take. Soon Miss Jenny came to Buster, who was just about to mend the road. "Glad you showed up on time, Buster," she said. "That's what I like about all of you. Be careful when trying to mend the roads. The potholes are very, very dangerous. You can get into a nasty accident. So remember, safety first," they all said. Soon Buster was having the time of his life. The potholes were very dangerous, but Buster remembered Miss Jenny's orders. He came to a stop at one and smirked. "Nothing to it," he laughed. "Just roll with it." And with that, he charged towards the potholes and flattened them down with ease. Jack was watching from afar. "Go, Buster!" he called. "You got it!" Buster smiled when he heard Jack's cheering. The Jolly Steamroller never stopped until, at last, the road was mended. "Excellent!" smiled Oliver. "Well done, Buster!" cried Jack. Buster was so proud he felt his boiler would burst. But then suddenly, Max and Monty raced in recklessly. "I'll be there first," dieseled Max. "Not if I have anything to say about it," blared Monty. They were so busy arguing they didn't see Buster from ahead. "Watch out!" cried Isabella. Buster jumped and tried to back, but it was too late. Max smashed it into Buster. Buster was now in a terrible situation. He was dangling dangerously off the bridge. He looked terrified. Jack and Alfie were shocked and rushed straight to the rescue. Their operators attached chains onto Buster's roller, and both Jack and Alfie strained to pull him back up. Jack revved his engine. Alfie raised his arm, but Buster was too heavy for them to pull him back up. "We need more help," groaned Alfie. "Don't worry, youngins," called Oliver. "I'll give you a hand." Soon Oliver was attached. He tried to pull too, but Buster was still too heavy. Kelly was also there and quickly rushed to their aid. His crane arm was attached to Jack, and he began to pull too. Byron came too, and so did Isabella. Soon everyone was attached and began to pull, but Buster was still too heavy. Max and Monty watched from afar. "What do we do?" gasped Max. "We got Buster into this mess," groaned Monty. "We better do something about it." And they did. They were attached and began to strain. Soon, everyone pulled, tugged, groaned, and winced as they finally managed to pull Buster back onto the road. Buster was very terrified. Everyone was exhausted, but proud nonetheless. "We did it!" shouted Alfie and Jack. And one by one, all the machines cheered and honked as loudly as they could. But no one was as loud as Buster's. Percy was surprised to hear the commotion. And so was Miss Jenny. "What's going on here?" she asked worriedly. It was our fault, Miss Jenny," whimpered Max. "Yeah," added Monty. "What he said. I just went along with it." Then the two dump trucks told Miss Jenny everything. "Well, I can't say I'm totally happy with your reckless behavior, but I'm very proud of your involvement in rescuing Buster. In fact," she smiled, "I'm proud of you all. You are a fine crew, and I'm very happy to call you the Pack." Buster agreed. "If it weren't for these guys, Miss Jenny," he said, "I would have rolled off sooner or later." Miss Jenny could only laugh.